I'm StarKindCat, and I make cool stuff. Flushware and cursed cybernetic mothership TTRPG. Well, it's a module specifically. Why is my stuff not loading? All right, there it is. Yeah, it was just take a second. But I have got the second. Well, I still had to do like spell checks and stuff like that, but I've got the second um, stretch goal module done. This essentially expands on the original Flushware. It gives you a lot more stuff to work with. This is dropping in February, but I am finally doing it. I am actually sitting down and redoing combat. I've got a in Runerunners. I'm not really going to be specifically the combat timing. Runerunners works on I call it the priority system. Essentially, you have in the original one, you had five different priorities, and essentially that priority level needs to be finished before any other attacks that are 2 or 3. They correspond to a specific one, but when I was testing it, I found that it was just really slow in a way that was unfun. And so originally I had to think, oh, well, they can be able to do all this stuff, but at 5 main levels, it just isn't that fun. It just slows stuff down, and it doesn't feel snappy. So I've bumped it down to 3. There's also 0 and there's also 4. 4 is essentially the last. If you use that skill, it's the last one you use for that entire combat round. It basically even if you have leftover stuff, it's spent. Like you're done. That's your final attack. 0 can be used at any. And I think bumping it down to 3 is just scary to me because I don't know. This Runners is kind of my baby, frankly, and it's been a second, and also it's just a lot of work. And I got the second one done, and I'm like, I need to work on something else. Um, just because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of stalled on that. That took way longer than it should have. That MO should have taken a month, and then that ended up taking a month and a half, 2 months. This is the Monster Grad I had to work on it for the full release. But I'm finally doing it, and I'm gonna start working on some of the character classes because that's where I want to start. Obviously, as the enemies are gonna have to deal with that, and I can go from there. I did go with the Sphinx and just knock the different priority levels down and stuff like that, and obviously I'll figure that out and potentially change that. But yeah, that's where we're at, and I'm officially doing it.